So I just closed up the island for the season, and now I hop in my car and I basically go wherever I want. Right after that, I figure out what I'm going to do each and every day as it happens. I have no plan on where I'm going and what I'm doing for the next 4 months. I'm on the road. I basically just bounce from place to place. Today I'm headed past York, Pennsylvania, and that brings us to a very special place. We're hitting Bumps and Berms BMX track. Now, the first and only time I've ever been to this BMX track before was in a national in 2009. And I was going for my third national title in a row. It was about 1 month before the Grands that they had a national here. And I ended up in the first moto jumping the pro section for no reason at all. I didn't really need to do it, but I did it anyway. I was leading the moto, and the next thing I knew, I was on the ground and put my arm up like this, and I could hear crankling in there. It's like I knew some bones were broken. So I went straight to the hospital, and sure enough, I broke my clavicle, otherwise known as your collarbone. So that was the end of my third title run that year. That was in 2009. So today I'm headed back to Bumps and Berms, and hopefully I can get around the track a few times without breaking another bone. So if you ever wanted to check out what a BMX practice looks like, stick around and I'm going to show you around real quick. All right, so for today's practice session, these are the things you need. Helmet, check. Kit, check. Now what a kit is your jersey, your pants, and your outfit. So these are the pads that they make nowadays. Remember back in the day you had these big bulky elbow pads, knee pads? No more of that. Now the pads are like super thin. These are the knee pads. You can see how thin they are. They're basically just little gel packets that protect you. So on your knee, they're like this. 100 times better because they're lighter, they don't move around as much, and they actually really protect really well. You wouldn't think that little bit does, but try falling on it and you'll see. I've tested them many times. Too many times. Next thing you need are clipless shoes. These things clip into your pedals on your bike. But I have no idea why they call them clipless pedals, because they clip. Someone out there explain that to me. After all these years, I still don't know why they call them clipless. Pull out the dirty whip. Whip is another name for your bike. So you can see these are what the pedals look like. That's where the bottom of your shoe clips into. 70 PSI. All right, so underneath your kit, this is usually the way your pads are going to be set up. You got pads everywhere. Elbows, knees, hips, and then gloves. So these are how the clipless pedals work. Basically, this is the clip for the pedal, and that's the clip for the shoe. This thing goes right in here, and the way to put it in, you're gonna put your toe into it, and then you clamp down with your heel, and that's what locks it in. So it's like a mechanism that goes like this, and then clips it in like that. To get out of it, because it locks you in, you gotta twist your ankle like this, and then pop it up the back. That's the only way to get out of them. Back in the day when you had flat pedals, came off the pedals all the time, and you bang up your shins. They had trog cages, which were super sharp. They're like razors. If you slip a pedal on those and you hit your shin, it was like putting a fucking bear claw right through your shin. So I want to thank Ray Hudson at Fly Racing for this whole kit. Look at that baby right there. Imagine if I didn't have a helmet on. Kids, wear your helmets. This helmet saved my life. All right, so let's check out the track here before it gets dark. Yeah, so coming down the first straight, you've got a roller, you've got a shallow set of doubles, a step-up double coming into the first turn. Coming out of the first turn, you've got a step-up, shallow set of doubles, a roller, and a long tabletop before dipping into the second turn. Coming out of the second turn, you've got a long, flat tabletop, a roller, a shallow set of doubles, and another tabletop. Coming out of last straight, you've got a step-up roller, shallow set of doubles, and a step-up, step-down to finish it out to the finish line. So practice started, it was already nighttime, so once I got up to the hill, there's already a few people on the track. Check out some of the locals going around the track.
one thing, right? There's that. Yeah, there's the all business.
So here's the cadence to a BMX gate start.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, now it's time to take a little beep around the track. So it's been over 7 years since I've last raced, so I'm always curious to see if there's anybody still around that I know. And lo and behold, look who's here.
John Paul? Not down there. John Paul Piper?
Oh yeah, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Going this way.
It's been a while. I was in Lancaster.
Oh, that's cool.
And,
You know you're not from around here saying you're in Lancaster.
I pulled a John Paul in at South Park. I jumped the pro set past him twice.
Nice! Awesome, I love it.
Like my whole class didn't jump it.
One turn, Swampscott from Massachusetts. Brendan Luby leading the. Oh man, here we go. This ain't done yet. Here to come the back of the line. Still.
Bro, that was my dream. When I made that happen, I was like, one off the bucket list.
But you beat Sean that time. That was awesome.
Luke.
Oh yeah.
So at the end of the night, it's always fun to put together a nice little pump race where basically nobody can pedal.
I promise I won't paddle.
The only way to get around the track is to pump your bike around the jumps and work on your track speed. It's a good way for everybody to race one another because it levels the playing field.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.